All right, so let's get to it here, guys. Eagles-Niners, 3 days. So I'm going to ask you this question, and I will beg for not homerism, but honesty. And the question is, do you expect the Eagles to make a deep run in the playoffs? Obviously, I'm talking about this game, but I'm talking about beyond. I guess I would sort of size it up as, do you think they're going to get to the NFC Championship game? I think if you get there, it's a deep run, and hopefully you keep going. But do you think, for instance, they're going to win 2, at least? And again, try to push aside what we want and try to put on that, like, you're really betting your life hat to really answer the question as truthfully as you can. I will tell you this. My gut feeling is they will make a deep run. Now, the irony to all this is we all know they could lose any game. And I think most of us know that other than Carolina, most of these teams are very similar. I mean, there's not massive separation. I don't think there's a team nearly as good as the Eagles or Lions were last year. When healthy, the Lions. And so it's a different kind of tournament this year.
The problem is the Eagles aren't as good as the Eagles were.
Well, no, that's true. That's absolutely true. But here's why, and again, you can weigh in 215-592-9494. Gut feeling, do they make a deep run, yes or no, why or why not? Here's my whys. And I got to tell you, I feel pretty good about how things stack up right now. So, number one, obviously, is the defense. That's a given. Just outstanding defense. To me, number two is the rest really helps. I think it'll help them this week. San Fran's clearly coming in banged up. And the Eagles, from an injury standpoint, are in pretty good shape. You worry about Jurgens and Dickerson. You don't know if Lane's going to play. Nakobe says he's going to play. But, you look at the other team, just for instance, this week, no Fred Warner, no Bosa, maybe no Trent Williams. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. So, generally speaking, they're pretty healthy. I'm talking about the Eagles.
I think Trent Williams will play.
We'll see.
And I think Ricky Pearsall will play.
We'll see.
It is the playoffs.
We'll see.
Lane Johnson, it's the same thing. We're saying Lane Johnson's going to play because it's the playoffs.
Well, Lane's injury was 2 months ago.
Lane also practiced yesterday, and the other guys didn't, for what it's worth.
Frank injury.
Trent Williams did not practice yesterday. That's a big deal.
Just like they were resting Christian McCaffrey because he's an old head.
That's not true.
Come on, man. It's a hamstring. I'm telling you, it's a 90%
All right,
certainty.
Let's play Shanahan right now. Do we have the audio in the system? Let's just get right to it, if we have it. We'll get to it in a moment, because I think what you're saying is inaccurate, John. But Eagles, you got it? All right, let's get to it, because Shanahan yesterday, I think, basically said what John said is not right.
Usually gets a day of rest today. Is today's not practicing part of that rest, or is it the hamstring?
No, he's still hurt. I doubt he would. Hopefully he'll be better and can get some in tomorrow, but I'm not sure where we'll be at tomorrow yet.
So, look,
they don't say anything.
Well, look.
They rarely say they're hurt. Ever.
Yeah, you're right. He says he's hurt. He's hurt.
Ever.
Come on.
You're right, Ray.
All right, it's the playoffs. If he has, I expect Trent Williams to be playing, just like I expect
Harrison
Lane
Bader
Johnson
to play
be
center field, because they'd shoot up Harrison Bader and run down balls in center field in the playoffs. Dude, maybe he'll play, but I think there is a great chance, based on what Shanahan said, that he won't play.
Lane won't play. There's a chance that Lane will be out after the first quarter. We've seen that happen twice this year.
But look, big picture, generally speaking, obviously the Eagles are healthier than San Fran. So I like that. And they're healthier than most of these playoff teams. They just are. They're in I still worry about Dickerson and Jurgens, but generally speaking, pretty good shape. And here's the other one for me on the Eagles. And again, you can weigh in on whether you expect a deep run, 215-592-9494. I've seen enough now over what I'll call 4 years. Push aside 21. But 22, 23, and we know how 23 ended, 24 and 25. More often than not, the Philadelphia Eagles win. And the things
it's gone every other year, hasn't it?
Well, 3 of the 4 years. 1 year they collapse, and we'll see.
They go deep run.
Well, we'll see.
Lose in the first. Deep run. Lose in the first.
21,
Last year we went deep run.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out. The way I look at it is Jalen is phenomenal at not turning the ball over. And that's a big advantage. I think Sirianni is outstanding at game management. Now, he had some whoppers about a month or two ago, a couple mistakes that were mystifying. But over the course of his career, I think he's a great game manager. And the Eagles win a lot of close games. So when I put all of that together, first off, I really like their chances against San Fran. But then when I envision like an Eagles-Bears game, I like their chances there also. I just feel pretty freaking good.
You started this out by saying, please be honest.
Yeah.
Try to avoid the homerism.
That's right.
It's much more likely the Eagles lose in the first 2 rounds than make a deep run.
Talk to me. Why?
I'm still a huge fan of good offense. I looked up some stats. We know the San Francisco defense is decimated. They've lost their top 3 linebackers. I don't know the D lineman except for Bryce Huff, which is saying a lot.
Right.
The San Francisco defense, they allowed the second highest rushing success rate in the NFL. And they were 31st in PFF and run defense grade and 24th in run defense DVOA. Common sense says Kevin Patullo needs to run the hell out of the football and RPO this team to death. But when have we seen that happen?
Not much.
In real life this year.
Well, they've been banged up and less effective.
When was the last time we played that way? And is it realistic to expect that we will actually do that? Remember when we just played the Buffalo defense? The Buffalo defense that's 30th in yards per rush against at 5.1 yards per rush against them. 28th in opponent rush yards per game. 136.2 yards against them per game on the ground. They were terrible. 31st in opponent rushing TDs allowed per game. We scored 13 points on them. Yeah, we won the game 13-12, but does it feel like we can severely limit an offense that was first in the NFL in third down conversions? This 49er offense keeps those sticks
challenge.
Moving.
There's no doubt.
49.77% on third down. They get another first down, which is crazy. That was the biggest stat that was emphasized with us when I was playing. Third down conversions. They're 50% on third down all for the season. We're 24th in third down conversions. Getting a first down when it's third down, keeping a drive alive. We need to keep that offense off the field. We need to run the football.
What about...
We have not run the football. I think we can potentially keep them off the field easily by handing it off to Saquon. I don't know that Kevin Patullo will do that, and he continues to prove frustrating that he avoids what the obvious seems to be. We need to chew clock, but we're 18th in rushing yards per game. That's such a far cry from last season, and a big reason that we've been able to win games is we limit mistakes, like you said, in most cases. But then you look at the fact the 49ers, they're second in the NFL in fewest penalties per play and per game.
Major problem.
We don't turn the ball over, but we do make a lot of mistakes,
especially on offense.
We're 23rd in penalties.
Right.
They're second. We're 23rd. We don't turn the ball over, but we commit penalties. So, there's a lot of things that are wrong with what we've seen this year with this team. And I keep coming back to the good teams that we played this year. The good teams, the Broncos, the Packers, the Lions, the Bears, and the Chargers and the Bills. We scored 17, 7, 16, 15, 19, and 13 points against them. So I consider this 49ers team a wounded but good team.
I agree with that.
If we score in the teens, which is what we've done against every good team this year, do you expect to win?
Well, it depends what number we're talking.
They won three of those games.
Yeah, are we talking 19 or 13? Two different things. But here's what I'll say to everything you said, John. I hear you on the offense. I don't think there's anyone that really disagrees, at least much, if at all, with what you're laying out on the offense. The thing that I think this week has stood out to me as we've had these conversations is I don't think you're talking enough about the defense. I don't think you're thinking enough about them. I mean, I dramatically
trust the defense to score for us.
No,
I trust them to stop the other team from scoring.
Yeah,
you know,
a lot.
We're going to have to keep that defense. We're going to have to keep our defense off the field a lot more than we have. If we leave them out there with that offense that keeps converting third down after third down after third down,
I don't think they will.
You know what that will do?
But I don't think they will.
To our defense, it exhausts the guys by the end of the first half, especially when you got the additional adrenaline of a playoff situation. I'm telling you, we must run the football. We must keep our defense off the field as much as possible.
Here's what I think is the flaw in your argument. And I can't prove it. I could be wrong. Look, guys, Niners might win the game. There's no question. I don't think the 49ers will keep converting third down over and over and over. They're playing a lot of great players here. I mean, they're playing Jalen Carter and Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean and Vic Fangio,
and
so
they
to
haven't
speak.
played a lot of great defenses. Like, those numbers are impressive, but they are against mostly below-average defenses.
Seattle held them 2 for 9 on third down.
And by the way, if Trent Williams doesn't play, in the last game he didn't play, they scored 3 points. I mean, Rhea, that's huge if he's out.
It's massive. I mean,
Massive.
he's a 320-pound guy who at 37 still has a lot of speed.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Yeah, it's yesterday was a good development on the injury front for the Eagles. I mean, you found out Nakobe said he's going to play. Now, we'll play that audio, but just know he said he's going to play. And, Shanahan termed Trent Williams as, quote, hurt and did not practice. 215-592-9494. Do you feel a deep run? Obviously, we're talking Eagles-Niners, but even beyond that, would you fear Chicago? Obviously, the Eagles lost them a few weeks ago. I wouldn't fear them. I certainly know the Eagles could lose that game. There's no question. But I like the Eagles' chances moving forward here. 215-592-9494. Talk to us. Joe DeCamara and Jon Ritchie. Off and roll on 94 WIP.